Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. One, we'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive starts with a carry by White. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They run the counter with White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Come on, set. Go.
Again, this is White. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Okay, great. Let's go.
Now looking to throw. It's into the hands of White. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. This one's caught. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with. That's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Trap 60, trap 60.
It's 3rd and goal, back to throw. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They have it 2nd and 4. From the 36. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's a throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Justin Tucker to try the point after. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Falcons start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougar 19. Go.
From the gun, a run for White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
To throw here on first down. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Juju Brents with a pick. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to out how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The return begins on their side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They put a receiver in motion right. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons need only 1 to take the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Eagles 7. Justin Tucker set to
Now
kick off.
Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To throw it on 1st down. Stays in the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Let's go.
Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They are throwing it again. He's on the move. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On 2nd and 12 now. Has him on the quick hitter. Has room into the secondary. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that. Wide open, downfield, got it! And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They'll throw it. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Eagles 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. White. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's White again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check out.
Throwing from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Handoff now from the gun. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf.
They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. An option give to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Working quickly here. 2nd and 8. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Gets himself free. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Eagles, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, great team defense there. No matter where he looked, Brock, there seemed to be a defender there, including where the pass eventually went, and that was why it was intercepted.
Such a disciplined rep there from the defense. As a QB, you try to extend the play to break them down defensively. Nobody did. And as a quarterback in that case, when you don't have a lane to throw it and the field is shrinking, you've got to throw that ball in the 5th row.
That's brought in by White. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here we go, set. Hook.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Back to 60.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Connects with the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Falcons.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on 1st. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll throw on 1st. Getting out to his left. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. White trying this straight ahead. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Let's go now.
The give now to White. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Ready.
From the 41. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. He'll throw it. That one's complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Motion man sent left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 15. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Working inside the red zone. Called in left side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles now trail by just a point in the fourth. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
And down he goes! They get to him for a sack, and that may have just saved them this game. They remain up by 1. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed to his running back. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Dump off caught by his back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Let's go now.
They're going for it. He bats it forward on a quick touch pass. And he's brought down for a loss. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. 1st and 10 are under Robinson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. looks like they're marking him at the 11. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Flush down out to his left. He's running with it. And he goes down approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw it. He rolls to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get some all-important insurance. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons grow their lead to 8. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Buys time, rolling right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Throwing now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.